Every legend has a story. Every story has a beginning. New energy, new show, new money. The D-Money Show, live on YouTube, weekdays at 1:30 p.m. Eastern.
Took those buys off the 200 level. Who's doing it like we doing it at the BDH, the D-Money Show, Power Hour? Nobody's doing it like us, Chad. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I close. I'm out. Where's my money bucket? Where's that money bucket at? It's raining money, Chad. It's raining money. The market maker's raining money on me. We got a visitor, chat. Let's see who it is. Jerome's in the house. Live from the BDH. I'm here, baby. That boy good. That boy good. That boy good.
Every legend has...
All right. We back. Like we never left. Good afternoon. We back. We live. Blink twice. Let's go. You guys understand my mic is muted? Mic is low. All right, what about now? What about now? All right. Check. 1, 2. All right. 1 second. Check. Oh, man. 1 second. Yeah, I see you have a question, guys, but I'm trying to get the volume up here. So, give me a second. All right, the mic is literally maxed, so you guys are saying no volume at all, no sound. All right, what about now? What about now? It's almost fine. So let me check something. We good. I can't hear you. Okay. All right, let me kind of play around with this a little bit to see if I can get it higher. 1 second. All right, what about now? Any difference? Guys, it's not muted because people can hear me, so it's not muted. Trying to see if I can manually turn it up. Yeah, it's the same setting, guys. So, hold on 1 second. Let's see. Cam link. Check, check, check. Guys, turn your mic up. So if you can, because some people are saying they can hear me, some people are saying they can't. So, maybe it's time to stay out of the market. Yeah, we're pumping all-time highs. So I'm just trying to kind of play around with it here to see if I can get the mic higher. Give me a second. Because I'm literally all the way turned up, so. Guys, it's not the mic. I'm literally right into the mic, so. So let me text one other thing. Check, check, check. Mr. Wendy Watson. All right, so let me turn this down. All right, so can you guys hear me better now with the music lower, or it's worse now? Now you can't hear me. All right. Let me see. And now, can you guys hear me? A little better. Yeah, I'm not sure what the issue is here. So let me, hold on 1 second. Yeah, I can't switch to that mic, guys. That's a different mic. So if I can. All right, give me 1 second, chat. Let me try to reset this. Give me 1 second. Hang tight. So they can hear the music. The chat can hear the music. They just can't hear the audio. They can hear me on the mic, but they're saying it's really low. But I'm literally turned all the way up. Like, yeah, it's all the way up. Yeah, everything is up. So I'm not sure. So they're saying they can barely hear. So yeah, no, I'm here. So this is the only area. So like, you go to properties. I mean, I can try a different mic. Broadcast stream. I mean, I can try that one. All right, what about, yeah, same audio, right? No difference? Yeah, it's all the way up, man. So like, I'm even refreshing it, so I tried that one, and I can try this one. Check. Yeah, see, it's not moving like all the way up here like it normally does. Yeah, that's the music. Yeah. It's like weird. Broadcast stream mix. Check. All right, what about now? Should be better, right? Better audio now? No sound now? It has to be better, guys. There's no way. All right, let's go. We back like we never left. I apologize for that, guys. So it kicked off the original mic setting. So guys, if you're saying is that low, something you might want to check your mic, because I'm literally turned all the way up and I see that it's pumping higher. So it got to be better. Perfect. All right. So I'm going to roll with it, guys. I'm seeing a lot of people that saying let's go. So you're good. Some people are saying no audio. So I'm not sure. It's good. Yeah. So the editor just confirmed that he can hear me. So let's go. All right. So super low. Yeah, I apologize, guys. I'm not sure. Start some music and show your screen. So I'm not sure what you're referring to, but the music is already playing. So you can't hear the music in the background? Exactly. Too much tequila. All right, so we're gonna roll, guys, because the editor told me he can hear me. So this is where we're at. We're kind of sitting. We just put in a new all-time high, 26,151. All right, no music, but my voice is good. All right, so I just turned the audio for the desktop higher, so somebody's saying the music is fire. Music is back, LOL. Love it. All right, so where are we at, guys? So we're kind of looking at kind of crazy market today, price action wise. 1 hour chart, we're kind of pumping higher now. It was a little delayed. But we are kind of getting that move to the upside. So yeah, I'll kind of adjust this a little bit as we kind of move forward. So turn the music down a little bit. And I'm gonna kind of be a little patient here. Music is barely on, guys. The volume is low. So bro, like a DJ two time. Let me gotcha. Perfect balance. All right, so I'm kind of being patient, guys, and I'm waiting for to see what happens here. We are kind of pumping, putting in new highs, so I'm gonna kind of ride the EMAs because they've been holding, right? Price kind of pushes up, puts in an all-time high, new all-time high, pushes back to the EMAs. So we get kind of close to this 26,128 level. I am going to basically look for buys, and my stop is going to be below the EMA. Yeah, crank your volume if you can't hear me, guys, because there's people in the chat that can, and the editor said he can. So I'm about to put on some AirPods. Let's go. All right, so as far as, let me kind of pull this up real quick. Give me 1 second. So I kind of took a few scalps on the way up on this upside move. So just kind of being patient, waiting for the next trade. Gonna play it off the EMAs, to be honest. So as price kind of puts in a higher high, waiting for a retest down, maybe that 134 level, see if I can get another retest, and then I'll look to kind of join the party. And it's actually doing it right now, so. All right, so let me, hold on 1 second, guys. All right, so I can literally hear the audio myself. I just logged into the live stream on my phone. So the audio is definitely working, guys. So I'm not sure, you might want to adjust your sound if you can't hear. I just tested it myself, so. Now if it's low, I'm not sure why it's low. Gotcha. It's working, but it's very low. Yeah, and guys, I'm not saying you're lying. I'm trying to fix the problem. So I'm not saying you're lying. I'm just saying that people are saying there's no audio, like zero audio, like zero audio at all coming through. That's what I'm actually saying. So I'm not saying you're lying. All right, I'm going to be looking for a buy here, guys. Based off price basically dipping down and touching 134. So I'm looking for new highs to be put in. So stop loss is going to be below 134 for this first trade. And that's just trying to anticipate higher highs are going to be put in based off of the pattern that we've been kind of seeing. And I don't know, like even my chart is like glitchy. So I apologize, guys. I don't know like what, even my chart's like glitching in and out. So I apologize for that. I'm not sure like what's going on with the connection. So, but I'll definitely get it fixed. So I'm long, I'm in a buy. My stop is below the previous candle's 5-minute low, 133. Entry was 153. So looking for expansion up to at least 163, which would be about 10 points if we can get a pump. Let me kind of put this on so you guys can see it, because I'm not sure what's going on with the I don't know why this thing is doing this. Yeah, I'm gonna keep going, guys. I apologize for the volume. I'll get it fixed, but I'm not sure what the issue is, right? Because the mic is literally turned all the way up on my end. So I'm long, I'm in a buy. Like I said, I'm trying to see if I can get 10 points up to 163. Gonna be my take profit. Playing basically the EMAs, right? So he had a test of the bottom EMA, push up to the upside. So I'm trying to see if we can get more momentum. Yeah, I apologize if the sound sucks, guys. I get it. So we'll definitely fix it. I apologize for that. I'm not sure. Even my kind of like my connection for TraderVate is glitchy, so I'm not sure what's going on, but we'll get it fixed. I apologize. In a buy, looking for 163 to get taken. We'll see if we can get it, right? So just kind of playing the momentum to the upside that's been kind of going on. We'll put this at 163-ish. We'll see if it can get snapped or not. One second. Yeah, the volume on my end, guys, is turned all the way up. So it's literally turned all the way up on the mic. Ginger saying she can hear me, so on her end as well. So I'm not quite sure like what's going on. What about now? What about now? You guys can hear me now? Better? All right, cool. Praise the Lord. All right, so we officially back. So I apologize for that, guys, but we got it figured out. So let's go. Praise the Lord. So yeah, we had to reset the volume there, so I apologize for that. So let me turn down my mic a little bit on the computer. So that should be about where it's a little bit better. Nah, it's on this end, yeah. That stays up, yeah. Yeah. All right. So yeah, I apologize for that, guys. Yeah, I'm trying to make some money, but I don't want you guys to go deaf in the meantime. All right, so yeah, I can see it even going up. Yeah, yep. So all right, so trying to see if this long will actually put in new highs, right? So that's what I'm kind of waiting for. We had a tap basically of the EMAs on a 5-minute chart, pretty close to it. So I'm trying to see if we can get momentum back to the upside, right? So I don't like this current 5-minute candle doesn't have a wick on the top of it. But I want to see if we can tap maybe 163 if we can get momentum back up. So a little bit of selling pressure, which is not great. This is the 15-minute chart that we're kind of looking at. So we did put in a higher high, but are we going to lose steam? That's the question. DMONEY, using TradingView, NinjaTrader, TradeOvate. I'm only using 5 Apex evals at the moment. Can I add Lucid? You can add Lucid, but you gotta trade them separately. With the TradeOvate trade copier, you gotta trade them separately. Yeah, I think I'm gonna turn the music up a little bit, guys. It should be a little better on the music as well. So 1 hour candle coming up, see it going down to put in a wick. Yeah, I mean, it's possible. I mean, you got some strong kind of like buying pressure to the upside, right? But see, that's that pump that I want. And I want if we're gonna go, I want us to challenge kind of like that 162 level. Yeah, I apologize for that, guys. Like we had to kind of like reset this before the stream, and so live and you learn. Jerome, yeah, it might have been Jerome. Never know. But I appreciate you guys rocking with me in the meantime, right? So, all right, so that's the push that I was kind of talking about. So let's see if we can get about 10 points up to at least 163. We got about a minute left on this current 1 hour candle. Yes, I'm still in the trade. It's on the screen. I'm up like $200 per account. This is the 1 hour chart. This is the current 1 hour chart. So I want to see, we had a little push, right? I want to see if we can get through this, put in a new high. Get through this like little level, push up, tap, that 164 area. But I'm going to be a little cautious because we're going into the close of a 1 hour candle. So I'll switch back in a second. And the previous 15-minute candle's high was 158.25. So I'm pretty much flat, right, on the trade so far. Is PW okay? Well, why wouldn't he be okay, guys? All right, let's see if we can get a pump, right? I want to see the momentum pretty quick to the upside. If we can't, then that's fine. I'll kind of play it. Maybe it wants a stronger retest. Am I okay? Yeah, what's up? Zuzi dog, what's going on? Had to adjust the volume, right? Had to figure out what was going on with the volume on the mic, but we back like we never left. Like I said, I apologize, guys, and thanks for sticking around through that. So I know that's frustrating. Yeah, I'm in a buy. I'm in a buy from 153.25. I was trying to get a push through up to 163 for about 10 points on a pop. So yes, I'm in a buy. So we'll see what happens here. It's kind of stalling out, so. And it's the open of a new 1 hour candle, right? So I'm going to be a little cautious on that. If I don't like the kind of price action, I'll close it and I'll look to re-enter a little lower. But I'm bullish, right? Because price has been pushing up. So I'm trying to ride the momentum to the upside if I can. All right, so I see, what am I looking at right now? Open of a new 1 hour candle. So are we forming a top wick to kind of push, or sorry, bottom wick to kind of push higher? Somebody said I was kind of, it's like a risky trade. Yeah, guys, I mean, I'm just playing where the momentum has been in the market, right? Every trade doesn't work, but I'm playing the momentum. We kind of consolidated, chopped back and forth during the US morning session, and you know, we expanded higher. So I'm kind of playing into that. If I get stopped out, that's fine. I'm only looking for 10 points. And it's kind of going back and forth, right? So let's see if this is that push for 10 points. Looking for 163 if I can get it. It's a top for 2 minutes. Yeah, I mean, it could be. Either way, guys, right? I mean, I'm playing the momentum. I'm trying to play the momentum to the upside. I want to see expansion pretty quick here above 158 up to like 160, 162 area. If it breaks down, then that's fine. Not gonna win every trade, right? But I'm taking the same trades over and over. Price pretty much retested the EMA, pushed back up, right? So I want to pop here and I want it quick above this level. So let me kind of show it on this is the 15-minute chart. 5-minute chart, sorry. 5-minute chart, so let's see if we can get a pop-up. If it starts to pull back on me, like I want to see it pretty quickly here, expand, and put in a new high, basically. That's what I'm looking for. Kind of trap sellers thinking it's a short, and it pops and puts in a new high, because that's pretty much what it's been doing all day, in all honesty. So let's see. And that 160 level, like 160, 161. All right, this is a new candle. Let's see if I can get a pump. 1656. I'm up a few points. And this is that 15-minute chart. So what I was looking at on the 15-minute chart is price basically has a nice size bottom wick. And typically when you get that, right, you get expansion higher, and then the same thing on this current candle. So I'm trying to see if we can tap like at least like 160, put in a new high before, even if it wants to drop. All right, there you go, there you go, there you go. It's 158, and actually it tapped 161. It didn't take me out. So I'm pretty close to the take profit. Let's see if it'll hit. If not, I can close manually if I don't like the price action. All right. Give it a little bit of time. Come on, baby. Come on, push up. Come on, baby. It's losing steam a little bit. But it punched 161 actually, like right below where my, all right, there you go. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go, let's go. All right, I'll take it. I'll take it there, chat. So it pretty much hit, I was like, what, half a point off? And it's probably gonna do it now. But I'll take the profit. Haha. That boy good. Yeah, the audio wasn't good, but we back. Jerome tried to hold us down, chat. Gotta watch that guy, man. That guy's a slickster. So what did I see on that trade? Like I said, right? Price is basically putting in wicks, bottom wicks, and expanding higher, right? So I felt that this 15-minute candle would do the same. And if you kind of look at this current 15-minute candle, you can see the bottom wick that was put in. The bottom wick that was actually put in, right? And then price tried to expand higher. And like I said, that was pretty close. I mean, it almost hit 162. It was like 161.50. We'll take it. Wouldn't be surprised if it just pumps right now. So let's take a look at here to see where we're at on these. All right. It's trying to build, right? To go higher. Liberal trader, DMONEY, the past 3 days I've been doing so bad, it's making me sad. This isn't an easy market, so you can't really beat yourself up too much. I'm just being honest. Don't beat yourself up. This is not an easy market right now. Like, the conditions are not the best. So don't get, down on yourself. It's tomorrow. You have the Fed news, the Fed rate. So don't, losses are going to happen. You're going to take losses. Not every trade's going to be a winning trade. Have I lost? Oh, of course. I've taken losses on stream. Not every trade works out, guys. And even if you're right on the direction, it might not, you could be wrong on a trade. That's perfectly normal. Nobody's that good. I'm not that good either. So I know I say that boy good, but I'm not that good. Yeah. Yeah, I saw that about the sound, guys. Like I said, I apologize for that, but nevertheless, we back. D-Money is very difficult trading these 2 days. Thanks for nice trades. Yeah, guys, trying to make a little money. And so I'll give you guys an example. In the morning stream this morning, somebody kind of mentioned, they were like, oh, like you're only looking for like 5 to 7 points. Sometimes, guys, that's all the market's giving you, because if it's kind of stuck in a range before making a move, I'm going to be content with that because that adds up. Yeah, I had a problem with John with Trade Evade as well. Like when I don't know if you guys saw when I first got in that trade, it was very laggy. So I don't know what's going on with that. So yes. HB Jesse, I agree. Been good. It's not about winning, it's about execution. Not every execution leads to a win. If you take a trade based on your system, then it's a win regardless of the outcome. I agree 1000%, because every trade is not going to play out. And I think you guys kind of know that, like, as far as like how I trade, guys, I'm not going to be right on every trade, but what I can do on my end as a trader is control my loss, my stop loss, and basically like invalidation points where I can kind of control it, right? So if it goes the opposite direction, hey, I can close the trade out. Yep. D-Meech 78. I agree. Yeah, if you're green after this morning, hey, congrats. Love your trading style, D-Money. Hey, I appreciate that. Just trying to make a little money. And every day, guys, is not going to be like peaches and cream as far as price action that you want. Sometimes the market is choppy, and you're going to get paid by analyzing and realizing that the market's not maybe perfect trading conditions, but maybe you can pick your spots for 5, 6, maybe 10 points, 12 points. But if you take a couple of those trades a day, I mean, you picked up 20, 30 points, right? There's nothing wrong with that. Is Jerome's hair real? Yeah, he told me he uses juice and berries, so I'm guessing his hair is real. Let's go. All right, guys. We got 1,681 people watching, and I appreciate every single body every single person that's tuning into the stream. So I'm gonna get a write-up if we don't get 1,000 likes today. So I know I called out one trade for a buy. I came pretty close to the take profit level, so I closed it out. Let's go see what else we can get. If you haven't hit the like button, please do. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please do. D-Money, does the consistency rule take place after the first day trading or no? Yeah, it takes place the first day. So as an example, so on the Lucid straight to funded accounts, you have a 20% consistency rule. So the day that you place your first trade, it actually starts, right? But keep in mind, you're not punished. Like if you so say you make say your consistency is well over the 20%. You're not gonna lose the account. You just have to trade longer in order to make profit. All right, so here's that slow grind up, right? I mean, we're literally, it's hard to be bearish right now, right? I mean, it's every single this is the 1 hour chart. You got a bottom wick on the 1 hour chart. Let me see if I can zoom in a little better. All right, so that's the 1 hour chart, right? And you got a bottom wick. That kind of formed, and now we obviously we're trying to push higher, right? So we don't know where the top is, guys, and I know like it's a little difficult trading all-time highs because mentally you're like, when is this thing gonna reverse? So as a price action trader, you just got to try to do your best to trade what's in front of you. So that's all I'm doing, right? Right now, price is respecting the EMAs. So as we kind of get closer back down to the EMAs, I'll look for the next trade. I find the market has been a little hard to trade. You're not the only one. It's a little difficult right now. All these all-time highs, yeah, it's a little difficult to trade. Yo, the man D-Money, where's the bucket? Yeah, I have to bring that out. D-Money is the reason I watch this channel. Hey, I appreciate that, man. I'm just trying to make a little money. And like I said, guys, I'm humbled and blessed to be here, and I'm thankful for PW for providing me this opportunity because he didn't have to do it, right? So I say that all the time. Like he didn't have to have me here. So I'm grateful to be here. I'm thankful to be here. All right, there's that pop to the upside that I was kind of referring to. You don't know it yet, but you got out at the top. Yeah, everything is the top, but look at that expansion that just happened, right? There you go. Yeah, sports done. How do I set a take profit? I'm just looking for basically like 10-point scalps, to be honest with you, about 10 points. Because we're at these highs, so I'm just kind of looking for like 10 points. I'm not going to be greedy in this kind of market. Yeah, it is crazy. Somebody's making money. Yep. Somebody's losing and somebody's making money, right? So I think the rule of thumb, and if you guys were tuned in to the morning stream this morning, I kind of talked about it, right? As long as price is respecting the short-term time frame, which for me is the 5-minute 14 and 50 EMA on the 5-minute chart, then that's what I'm gonna roll with, right? Until otherwise. And that's what's been happening. We've been literally grinding to the upside. How did I, okay, yes, but how did you decide to buy in your last trade? So if you look at the 15-minute chart, I just kind of looked at the price action. This is the 15-minute chart. I got to zoom in a little bit. Give me 1 second. You got like these bottom wicks that were forming on the 15-minute chart. So that's what I saw. And on the 5-minute chart, we were closer to the EMAs, kind of getting the same price action. So that's why I took that trade. Let's go. Next stop, 200. I mean, possibility, right? That's a nice round, even number. Price loves to kind of visit those even numbers, so I wouldn't be surprised. And especially since we kind of had like a little consolidation basically in the opening, at the open of the day at 9:30, right? So yeah, this is not surprising that we're finally pushing like away from it. I'm up 15 points from 157. Let's go. Just trying to make a little money. Yeah, guys, it kind of feels like FOMO, but to be honest, I mean, if you kind of been tuning into the streams, I've been talking about it. I'm just kind of playing what the market's giving, right? EMAs are expanded to the upside. You got an EMA cross on the 5-minute chart. Every time price gets close to the EMA, you get a rejection back the opposite direction. That's what I'm playing. I mean, I'm not, So you do have to kind of, like I said, right? This is maybe not a market where you go heavy crazy on size either. So you have to be kind of mindful of like kind of like what's going on. So I'm not gonna lie, it will be interesting to see what happens tomorrow for the Fed rate, right? How did I do this morning? Yeah, I was up like 3,000. So I'll take that as a win in these conditions. Yeah, interest decision tomorrow, meeting Wednesday. So let me pull up really quick the news. Give me 1 second. All right. Yeah, so tomorrow you have the federal funds rate, and then you have the FOMC statement. So that's actually, yeah, tomorrow. I'm the best. I'm just trying to make a little money. All right, so as you guys can see, right, so like what's happening right now, and what I will be looking at. Okay, so this is a 30 this is a 30-minute chart, chat. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you got 7 candles to the upside, right? And like I said, I mean, this AM session, we basically just kind of like consolidated, and now we're starting to expand higher. So this gray box is basically like the consolidation range, right? That includes like the US Open, kind of like in that range. And then we kind of broke out to the upside right at 9:30, put in a high, came down, did a retest of the EMAs, and now we're finally getting like some kind of movement to the upside. So that's definitely some frustrating price action, but that's basically what's happening, right? So yeah, Tyson, I'm a momentum trader, and the EMAs do pretty good when there's momentum in the market. So just kind of keep that in mind. So if you traded, I can tell you right now, if you traded agent session last night, you were part of this consolidation, this gray box, because this is like the agent session, like right here, and that's straight consolidation. Price basically moved sideways. So that's what I'm seeing anyway. I mean, right? Everybody maybe they interpret it a little differently, but I'm seeing a breakaway from this consolidation area now to the upside, clearly, right? I mean, when you kind of draw it out, that's what I'm seeing on the chart. So how high can we go? That's a question that remains to be seen. But we're clearly like, we've consolidated, and now even on the 1 hour chart, this is the 1 hour chart, consolidation, right? Price put in a higher high, came down, retested the EMAs, found some support, if you want to call it that, and now it's expanding higher. So all right, let's do this. Let's map out where we're currently at above this consolidation range. So if I draw it from the top of the box, consolidation box, to the where price is currently kind of at right now, we're up about 154 points outside of that consolidation range so far. Oh yeah, let me put that in the chat. Sorry, I didn't pin that today. Yeah, the EMAs guys, 14 and 50 EMA. So I'm pinning that right now in the chat, because that typically comes up multiple times in the chat. So I just pinned it, so you guys will see that pinned in the chat. So I'm waiting now, right, for this 30-minute candle to close, because I took the first buy, and now I'm waiting for basically I'll wait for this 30-minute candle to kind of close out in the next 5 minutes, and we'll see if we can get the next trade, right? Robert 9846, D-Money, you winning in this market, you can trade any market. Yeah, when you right, because this is definitely difficult. D-Money, thanks for sharing your knowledge. Seriously, man, I appreciate you. Been learning a lot from you and Pat. Grateful to have found Pat's channel. Hey, I'm grateful too, man. I was watching Pat a couple years back when I was in the retail management trenches. So happy to have you on the stream. Let's go. Just trying to make a little money. Sampri, first day here. Hey, let's go. Thanks for tuning in to the D-Money Show. I'm here Monday through Friday, 1:30 to 4. Just trying to make a little money. Guys, we got 1,785 people watching right now. So if you guys can do me a solid, hit the like button. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, Ginger gets nasty with me, guys, if the stream ends and we don't hit 1,000 likes. So I'm just trying to, she's a very nice person, but she hit me with a right hook. I went home, I had to put ice on it, guys, before the next stream. So I don't want to get beat up again by Ginger. So please hit the like button if you have not. Let's go. I want to see you and Jerome trade side by side. Now that would be interesting, right? Got to get some AI going on, I think. Make it work out. D-Money, you're great. Congrats for your transparency. Hey, I appreciate that, man. Yeah, I mean, right now we're just kind of expanding higher, right? I know somebody was like, oh, you got a lot of guts to get long, but guys, I'm just trading the EMAs. I mean, all right, so if I keep that consolidation box on the chart, just to kind of point out what I've been talking about, right? I mean, you can kind of see it. I mean, we broke out of the consolidation range. We're above the EMAs on the 5-minute chart. And as well, we're above the EMAs on the 1-hour chart. We're above the EMAs on the 4-hour chart, right? So like, there's nothing right now that's kind of slowing this thing down. Obviously, I mean, we can get a tweet right now and it tanks the market. We can get the news tomorrow and it's a shock to the market and it tanks, right? Or, I mean, anything can happen. But as a short-term trader, like meaning that I'm trading right now in the present, there's nothing for me that's saying go short. There really isn't. And I know that's hard to say because of where we're at with price, but D-Money, so I appreciate PW. I so appreciate PW letting you ride the morning show this week. Any talks on permanent? Nah, I mean, that's, like I said, that's up to PW, guys, as far as, you know. I know that I stream daily 1:30 to 4, including, you know, power hour. So, and we'll go from there. Trade what you see and not what you think. I agree. That I think this market is the perfect example of that. That video of Jerome was classic. Yeah, we got some pretty good feedback on that Jerome video. So that guy's a character, man. I tell you that. All right, so I see. All right, so on the 30-minute chart, we're getting ready to close out. Bullish. 5-minute chart, you got a little bit of exhaustion kind of happening, right? Short term on this current 5-minute candle, but that doesn't mean much based off the overall trend. So I'm kind of waiting to kind of see what happens. Not gonna jump the gun. See if we can get a retest down here to retest maybe this 26,154 level. Mead, good afternoon, D-Money. Hey, good afternoon. How are you? Can we let Jerome trade Power Hour one day this week? You never know with Jerome, man. This guy bust in here during the morning stream. You never know with this guy, man. Zahir, I can call you Zahir. Hey, copy that. All right, so this 30-minute chart, new 30-minute candle just opened. And so we'll have to kind of see what happens here. So if we're going to remain bullish, I would like to see it kind of form some kind of bottom wick. Now, it already has formed a small bottom wick on this current 30-minute candle. So what I would like to see, doesn't mean I'm going to get it, but I would like to see a steeper push down, maybe form a little bit more of a bottom wick and then expand higher. But I also have to keep in mind that we were consolidating during the US sessions this morning. So a lot of times when that happens, price is going to kind of push rapidly to the upside, right? So we might not get a deep retest, but I would like to see maybe a test, hopefully, of like 26,160 before getting long again. I joined this group late, so I missed the Jerome jokes. Well, the encouraging part, just keep tuning in to the D-Money show. And I'm pretty sure you'll see Jerome running around somewhere. And there you go, right? Another pop. 5-minute chart. Is Jerome single, asking for a friend? Listen, yeah, Jerome is single. Ready to mingle. So, but I'll tell you, whoever you're trying to hook him up with, tell him to look out. This guy has 8 baby mamas, so. Yeah, Ginger just posted, guys. Hey, be cautious. The guy has 8 baby mamas, so I'm not sure. I don't even know if Jerome's employed. I'm just being honest. So there's always a different story with that guy. So just kind of keep that in mind before you hook him up with somebody. Yeah, I just wanted a little bit more of a retest on this open of the 30-minute candle, but we're just expanding up. So just trying to be a little patient, right? D-Money, you and PW are a great combo. Thank you guys. Hey, I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, this is like one of those days where kind of similar to yesterday. I sound like a hater. Yeah, I don't hate Jerome, but I mean, it's just that, you know, the guy was talking crap about me on the stream. He called me a nerd and all that stuff, right? So I don't know how I feel about that. Hey, D-Money just joined. Did you take any trades? Yeah, I took one buy so far. It was a winning trade. About 10 points, pretty close to it. And now I'm waiting for what I would like to see on the 5-minute chart is I want to see maybe this 160 level gets revisited. Because we're kind of like moving away from the EMA. So I don't like that. So I want like a retest down here to maybe like 26,158 or 169 level and then try to expand higher, but you don't always get what you want. So Are you having your own show? Yeah, you're tuned in to the D-Money Show right now. So I stream every day, Monday through Friday, 1:30 to 4 p.m. Eastern, so which includes Power Hour. So, do I have a set target for each trade? Yeah, I mean, it depends on the trade. I mean, in these kind of conditions, I'm pretty much just looking for about 10 points, 10-point scout. Yeah, going long is yeah, I just say buy. I just say I'm taking a buy. Yes, correct. All right, so like if I wanted to get long here, my stop would have to be basically below the previous 5-minute candle's low, because we have not kind of retested the EMA on the 5-minute chart. So if I'm a short-term like bull, like I don't want to see 26,180 get swiped to the downside, right? Like I want to see it kind of get revisited, like it's kind of trying to do a retest now, and then price expands higher. But I want like a deeper retest, and the only reason why I'm saying that is because, well, I mean, if you look at the 30-minute chart, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We've had 7 green candles on this 30-minute chart. So I'm just a little cautious. But as you can see, right, price kind of tapped the body of the previous 5-minute candle's body, right, and then it pushed right back up. So they could want higher. Bro, I want to tell you I learned a lot from you and PW and Ready to Trade in Real Accounts. Thank you. Hey, I appreciate the kind words, man. But like I always say, like you'll hear me say that probably a lot. Like you did all the work, right? So we're just kind of reading the market as far as what we see and taking the trades that, you know, we feel that are good setups. Doesn't mean we're always going to be right, because we're going to be wrong just like everybody else. We're not perfect. So haha, D-Money and Jerome, Urkel and Stefan. Let's go. What's my strategy? It's I trade momentum. I'm a momentum trader, so I love to see. So this is kind of like the retest, it seems like, right? They're starting, so I'm just trying to be patient on the 5-minute chart. Want to see if we can get down to maybe 162. So my strategy is I'm a momentum trader. Or if we can hold the previous candle's low, which is 180, right? If we can't hold 180, we're probably headed down to 162. I'm a momentum trader. I trade EMAs. So those are the 2 lines you see on the chart, the red and blue. Basically, I trade EMA crosses, and because they kind of go hand in hand with momentum. And if you kind of tune into the stream, continue to tune in, you'll kind of see that. I do leverage the 4-hour and 1-hour chart. So I look at how they kind of open and close, and I'm trying to get in if I'm bullish on wicks a lot of times, because that's how price kind of moves. So right now, I mean, we did form a bottom wick on the 1-hour candle, but it's small. So, I mean, it's only, this bottom wick on this current 1-hour candle is only about 6 points. So you got to be kind of careful when you see that, because that's not a huge retest to the downside before pushing up. It's kind of like almost shooting straight up. So, but a lot of times you'll see me kind of enter on wicks, just anticipating more upside. So I would just say probably continue to tune in, and you'll kind of get a picture of how I trade. Why not just long, like have your max size and take the small scouts? Because if I'm wrong, then you can blow your account that way. It adds up pretty quick. Those losses, if you're going max size, they actually add up really quick. 162 is actually the top of the, so where my, if you can see where my kind of cursor is, that's the top of the 14 EMA on the 5-minute chart. So that's how I'm kind of getting, that's how I trade. So all right, so there's the break of the previous candle's low. So are we gonna dip down and get a deeper retest? So the 14 EMA is like that 162 level. Hit the like button. Yeah, guys, we got almost 2,000 people watching. So if you have not hit the like button, please do. If you're not subscribed to the channel, let's go. We're just trying to make a little money. And we are getting, all right, so let's kind of look at this 1 hour chart. So this is a current 1 hour chart. We have about 20 minutes left, right, before we're officially in power hour. So I'm also cautious of that because, I mean, we've had some pretty good, upside momentum. A lot of times as you get close to the close of a 1 hour candle or 4 hour candle, you'll get a reaction back the opposite direction. So in this case, like, we're getting some downside. Looks like we're getting a retest to the downside, right? On the lower time frame. When is Jerome coming back to the BDH? I don't know, man. Like, this guy has a mind of it, and I think PW like low-key likes the guy, Jerome. I think he's like scared of the guy, but he likes the guy. So I'm like, I feel like my job is at risk, guys. Like, Jerome could be taking over for me. You know what I mean? A little concerned about that, not gonna lie. Yeah, that is about, yeah, that's about the top of the 1 hour wick, correct. Yeah, guys, the thought process with Jerome, like, just looking at other streams and like, and especially like afternoon streams, like, nobody's really doing that kind of stuff, right? So sometimes you gotta like try to think outside of the box, and I love comedy, guys. So if you were kind of on the stream, like the first week, I think when I started the D-Money show, and I think even on PW stream in the morning, I was kind of talking about, I've seen pretty much like every major comedian. There's a few that I haven't seen, but I love like comedy. So I thought it would be cool to integrate comedy and stuff like that, characters, into trading. So just something different. Yeah, I like cars, guys. The Taycan, the Porsche Taycan 4S, that's my dream car. I know some of you guys might laugh at that, but I would love to get that car. It's been on my screensaver, like on my desktop computer, for like a couple years, actually. Manifestation, you know? Jerome is cool. Keep bringing them on D-Money. He's funny. 100. Hey, just trying to make a little money. All right. So this is what I wanted to kind of see, right? What is that reaction? So if I'm a short-term bull, I want price to kind of, this little low at 26,174 needs to hold, and then maybe we pump higher, right? It needs to hold. The current candle that we're in, this 5-minute charts candle, the low of this candle is 176.75. That needs to hold if we're gonna get more upside, right? Like short term. Because because we had a dip down, and I don't trade lower than a 5-minute time frame. So I don't know what it looks like on the 2-minute chart, 1-minute chart, but I know like on the 5-minute chart, we kind of had a retest. 177 was the low of this current candle, roughly. and 174 needs to hold. So if we take out 174, then we're probably headed to that kind of like level I talked about, right? That 164, 162 level. 15 minutes left on this candle, and 1 hour candle I'm referring to. So this is a 15-minute chart, and you got like, you know, it's kind of building out, right? So that's what I'm saying. This 176 level on this chart probably needs to hold short term if I'm a bull, because I want to see it kind of dip down like it's doing right now, and then it span higher and put in a higher high, right? If I'm a short-term bull, I don't want to see it break this level. And that, I mean, that stop is probably 177. So, I mean, that's a small stop loss. Decent risk reward. Trying to see if we can get above 191. Maybe put in a new high before the close of a candle. The 1 hour candle. All right, I'm in a quick buy, guys. I'm gonna see if we can get some momentum up here to kind of bust through this level. If it stops me out, my stop is at 177. So that's a small stop loss, right? So I'll still be green on the day if this trade doesn't work. Trying to see if we can get a push up to like 192, 193, maybe 10 points. So we'll kind of see what happens here. Trying to see if we can get some upside momentum. Like I said, if it takes out this previous candle's low, which is like 177, I don't want to be in the trade, right? So that's how I'm gonna play it. Small stop loss, low risk trade. Just trying to ride the momentum. If it continues, if it doesn't, that's fine. I'll still be green on the day, and then I can re-enter on the next, basically going into power hour, right? Because that'll be power hour, to be honest. So I'll keep an eye on it. And this is the 15-minute chart that I'm on right now. So I want to see if we can get up to like 192, maybe trap sellers a little bit, pump it higher, because that's what the market's been doing. Just trying to trade what I see, right? Doesn't mean I'm always going to be right, but I'm just kind of trying to ride the momentum to the upside. If it stalls out, that's fine, right? I'll get stopped out. I'll close it out at 177, but I want to see if we can get a pump higher. It tried, right? It's trying, but 176 is my kind of like line in the sand. So if it kind of invalidates the area, then I'll close, and then I'll look for a trade in power hour. So we'll see what happens, and I'll let you guys know if I close, because it's getting kind of close to it. So I'm literally on the trigger, and I think I was only up like what? I think I was up probably 4 points. So let's see. And you got about 10 minutes and a half left, right, on this current 15-minute candle. So, but I'm not giving it a ton of room. So I'm not even giving it, I'm not giving it a ton of room, because price basically, I want to see it kind of rapidly expand higher, right? I don't want to see it play around at this 178 level. And that's only going to be what, like a 6-point stop. So I'm literally giving it like 6 points. If it gets invalidated, then I'll close it, right? But I want to see if they can kind of trap, you know, if they're trying to trap sellers thinking, oh, it's time to go short, and then, whoop, got him, right? So we'll see. Looking for like, all right, there you go, there you go. There, nice, nice, nice. I like. One more pop, baby. Let's go. All right, I'm gonna close it there, chat, actually, because we're going into the close of a 1 hour candle. And the high of this candle was 192. So, and I wouldn't be surprised if we get a little pop here just to kind of trap more sellers. But I just took it off the table because I was content with the move, right? So that boy good. That boy good. Same trade I take over and over, guys, right? Nothing crazy. Just trying to make a little money. Yeah. Basically, same thought process, right? Price forms a bottom wick and it spans higher. Drop a W in the chat, guys, if you took that trade. Drop a W in the chat if you took that trade, guys. Let's go. Just trying to make a little money. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, guys, like I said, yeah, if you took an L in that trade, obviously you weren't probably in buys. You were probably looking for shorts because price is still expanding higher, literally. So I'm not sure how you took an L if you took an L, guys. If you were taking a, right? So maybe your entry was off, but I mean, the high of this candle is currently 195. So and that's basically, I was just playing the momentum, right, that I saw. Like I said, my stop loss wasn't even 10 points on that trade. It was literally like 7-8 points because I didn't want to see price break below this current, the previous 15-minute candle's wick, right? Because if it broke below that wick, I knew that the trade was invalid short term, so I didn't want to be in the buy, right? So let's go. What's my, yeah, people ask me that. I mean, everybody's been kind of asking that, right? Like, what's my low win rate? To be honest, guys, I don't even look at it. I just take the same trade over and over. I'm just being honest with you guys. What's kind of helped me as a trader is having a measured stop loss. So I know like when the trade's invalid and not like, so if I knew that if price closed below that or kind of went to that previous low and kind of closed below it or went below it, I didn't want to be in that buy anymore. What I would used to do is I would basically just kind of like move my stop loss down to give it more room. And that for me doesn't work, right? Everybody trades differently. So I'd rather be out of the trade. I'd rather get stopped out for a small loss and I can always re-enter later, right? Just trying to make a little money. All right, guys, that's 2 trades so far, right? 2 trades, both winning trades. And this nasty, I mean, it's not, I wouldn't call it horrible price action now that we broke out of the range, right? Because like I said this morning, and I'm just kind of going with the thought process, right? We've had all this consolidation down here in this gray box. So price should trend since it broke to the upside. Right now it's trending higher. So I'm trying to join in on the momentum to the upside. So that's 2 winning trades. Let's go. All right, guys. So if you haven't hit the like button, please do. We got over 2,000 people watching. We're officially going into Power Hour. You're tuned in to the D-Money Show. If this is your first time, we got a little saying here on the D-Money Show. We're just trying to make a little money. And that boy good. Ginger just reminded me of that one. That boy good. All right, how do you say you are using the 30-minute and 1-hour charts? Do you wait for them to close and then go to a smaller time frame? Yes. So I use I go all the way up to the 4-hour. It just depends on if that candle's closing. So all right, as an example, so at 2 o'clock, you get the open of a new 4-hour candle and the open of a new 1-hour candle. So I'll look at both. So if we go to the 1-hour chart right now, we're bullish. Current 4-hour candle, you're going to see the same thing, right? We're bullish, right? There's nothing. Both time frames have a small wick at the bottom. So let me kind of zoom in on this a little bit. So you can kind of see the bottom wick right on this candle that I kind of talked about earlier. So it's only like 6 points, but a lot of times, not all the time, but a lot of time when you see consolidation on, like, we've had heavy consolidation. Last night, overnight, basically, we had a lot of consolidation. This morning, we finally broke out of it to the upside, put in a higher high, came back down, did a retest, and now we're expanding higher. So typically when that happens, you get a pretty good move in the direction that price pushed out of the consolidation to. So price pushed basically to the upside, right? So I'm just kind of riding that momentum. And at this point, we got a couple minutes left before the close of a 1-hour candle. So I'm going to wait. And that also coincides with Power Hour. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, it doesn't matter if there was low volume. The consolidation is still there. It's still on the chart. Right? I mean, you got to trade what you see. Yeah. I count that as consolidation because it's there, right? It's on the chart. So, because clearly, I mean, price dipped actually back inside of that range. If you look at these candles where my cursor is, I mean, we were inside of that range. We were back inside the consolidation range pretty much at like 10:30, 10:45, right? And then we kind of broke out of it back to the upside. $2,000 is fire, bro. You're only gonna get bigger from here. Hey, I appreciate that, man. We're just trying to make a little money. Yeah, I'm actually trading NQ. I don't trade MNQ. So nothing wrong with it. I mean, you guys won't really hear me say, you know, you got to trade at the end of the day what you're comfortable with. Maybe your account size is smaller. So if you're trading like 25K accounts, as an example, like, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, that's a preference thing. Nvidia is about to break 200. I'm not surprised. I mean, I'm not surprised at all. Yeah, we're about to start Power Hour in about 10 seconds. So yeah, I'm not, you guys are saying you can't hear me. I just turned the mic up a little bit. So we'll see if that's a little bit better. But what time is Power Hour? 3 o'clock, 3 Eastern, right now, actually. All right, so this is the open of the new 1 hour candle. So I'm kind of watching that. So, all right, pretty much immediately, price is kind of dipping down. So nothing as of right now that's kind of telling me that price, you know, I'm still bullish overall until I see otherwise, right? So 5-minute chart, is this going to be one of those like where price kind of comes down? Maybe it retests this like in between the 14 and 50 EMA. So like this 26,000, like 145 level. Whatever it is, like, you know, this kind of like range. The 50 EMA sitting at 26,126. So are we going to get a retest down in this range and then a push higher? So that's what I'm kind of waiting to see. I gotta let price action kind of set up a little bit. Kelly, market is just giving away 10 points left and right, sometimes more. Yeah, and that's why you have to be, I'm content. Like guys, I'm how I trade is how I trade. I'm not going to tell you the right or wrong way to trade. I'm content in a market like this where, you know, okay, maybe I picked up 8 points, 10 points, 12 points, 15 points, like whatever it is, right? I'm content with that because it adds up. Use TA Jam. D-Money, do you do afternoons every day? Yes. Let's go. 1:30 to 4, 1:30 to 4 every day, Monday through Friday. I don't know where we're at with likes, guys, but so Ginger just told me we're at 915 likes. So we got almost 2,100 people watching right now. So let's go. Hit the like button, guys. Do me a solid. Like I said, the last time we didn't hit 1,000 likes, I don't even really remember because I was like literally, I think I had a concussion because I got punched by Ginger, guys. So please make sure that you hit the like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel as well, please make sure you guys subscribe. And it sounds like we just hit it. So, yeah, no, I've never watched the movie Kill Tony. Is it a good movie? I watched Kill Bill, all the Kill Bills. Those are classic movies. Not a movie? So what is it? Is he a comedian or something? Oh, a comedy show? Yeah, no, I haven't. So is it on Netflix? I mean, I'll check it out, or I'll pull it up on YouTube. Johnny Fibonacci. All right, so yeah, I'll check it out. Every Tuesday on YouTube. All right, so yeah. So, all right, so D-Money, you should ask how many people here successfully traded full-time longer than a year. So guys, if you've traded full-time longer than a year, drop 1 year in the chat. If you've traded full-time for more than a year, drop 1 year in the chat. I'll be interested to see how many people. I mean, that's quite a bit. So not traded a year, guys, but traded full time for a year. All right, so we're holding this 5-minute kind of like EMA, right? So 180 level got tapped, and on the 5-minute chart, we need to hold this 26,175 level. if I'm a short-term bull. So I'm kind of watching that. This is the current 15-minute chart. And this low needs to be held, right? That's the low I was kind of talking about. Let me just draw like a little box here, just because, I mean, maybe it's easier to see. That's pretty much like the low, right? That needs to be held in order for, you know, short term. If it can't hold that level, maybe there's a deeper retest coming. But look, all right, there you go. Boom, right back up. Five-minute chart. All right. Expansion to the upside. Nemo Rose, over 1,000 likes. No write-up for you today, LOL. Yeah, I thought I was going to get written up, guys. Not going to lie. So I appreciate the support, as always. All right, so that 200 level just got taken. High was 202.75. So I'm gonna kind of probably let this 5-minute candle kind of open up. You know, you got about 2.5 minutes left. Let it kind of settle down a little bit. Let's see if this is a full retest and expansion higher. And then I'll probably look to join the party to the upside, to be honest. So I'm gonna kind of wait. We got about 2.5 minutes left on this 5-minute chart. Why does Tradevate keep resetting? I mean, I haven't got kicked out. It was, I'm not gonna lie, it was a little glitchy at the beginning of the stream, but I don't know if that was on my end or if that was on Tradevate's end, to be honest with you. So DMONEY, you're bringing amazing quality to the BDH. You and PW are an amazing duo. Thank you. Hey, I appreciate that. Yeah, I think we got a good vibe going. We just trying to make a little money. What do I think of Project X on Lucid? I've never used it before. I use Tradevate, right? So I don't have any opinion on that, to be honest. I've used Tradevate. Look at that pump. Yeah, guys, like it's hard to be short right now. Like I'm just being honest. It's hard to be looking for shorts. KDog6740 DMONEY. Hey, what's up? How many Lucid accounts can you have at the same time? So I have 5 of the straight to funded accounts with Lucid. So I'm pretty sure 5 is the limit. But that you can also have test accounts as well. So all right, so nothing kind of showing me that we're bearish, right? I mean, clearly. So let's see how this candle closes and kind of go from there. Headed to 219. Yeah, I mean, anything's possible. You'll be a multimillionaire by this time next year. hey, I mean, I appreciate the kind comment. Hey, I mean, that's the goal, right? I mean, who doesn't want to be a millionaire? All right, so let's see if we can get a retest down, guys. A decent retest down. And then now the only issue with this current 5-minute candle is, all right, so that, I mean, that was a 20-point pop, right? Basically to the upside. So can we get a little bit more of a retest to the downside to try to join this party? That's what I'm kind of looking for. Might not get it all, right? Because sometimes when price wants to run, I mean, it's gonna go. Somebody says they have 235 in mind. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. All right, guys, what I'm gonna do, I'm waiting. I'm trying to see if it's 310. All right, there you go. There you go. All right, so if I wanted a long from here, I mean, that's like a 15-point stop. So maybe I measure it from the wick, the body of this candle. I mean, that's only 8 points. And then I can always re-enter, right? 195. I just feel like, all right, so let's check. Let me check this 15-minute chart. All right, this is the current 15-minute chart. So maybe what I'll do, chat, I want a little bit deeper retest, to be honest. But let's see, let me kind of measure this out a little bit. And that's a 14-point stop. Trying to be a little patient. Yeah, that's why, like, I'm seeing it. We're very close to this 15-minute candle closing. So what I might do is kind of wait for it. I mean, there's an expansion, right? I mean, it's trying, but I'm just trying to have a measured stop, and I don't know if I want to give it 15 points. So this 201 level would be about 8 points. This is my strategy though. I'm basically, it's just not at the EMA. So I'm just trying to measure out basically where my stop can be as small as possible. I mean, because I might not get a full EMA retest like that. See, here we go, right? So the ideal entry is 26,183, but we might not get there because price is a momentum to the upside. So that's the only thing that I don't like. So I was trying to measure it and it might take off without me. That's fine. But I'll wait at this point for the close of this 15-minute candle, because I want to see if maybe price will kind of open up on this current 15-minute candle. It's closing, looking pretty bullish, like a bullish hammer candle. Maybe we get a push down to like 192 area, a little bit lower, and then push higher. We'll see. But I mean, I just wanted to measure it. I want it preferably closer to the EMAs, which would be like 188 level. But like I said, you might not get it when it's in momentum, when price is in momentum. Yeah, I see that, Kelly. That's what I'm saying. Look, and here we are, right? Here's that expansion that I was talking about. So, I mean, I'll wait because we're only like 30 seconds from the close of the 15-minute candle. So, all right, so this is the 15-minute chart. And I'm seeing like the bullish pin bar setup, right? So what I would like this next 15-minute candle to do is kind of open up, push down, form some kind of bottom wick, and then I will look to try to join the party to the upside. ideally. So we'll see. NVIDIA pumping. Puh. Yeah. All right, so here's that push down that I want on the 15-minute chart. That's happening. How deep is it going to be? So I took 2 trades, right? So maybe you're tuning into the stream now because it's like a little bit after 3. Took 2 buys. They were winning trades. I'm just kind of waiting now for the setup on this 15-minute candle to see if I can get the next trade on this retest. These are the accounts that, right? So I'm kind of sitting here just waiting for the next setup. So let's see what happens. It's all about NVIDIA. Be careful. Yeah. And guys, like, if you guys kind of notice, like, so for me, I trade price action. So I don't like I don't even pull up ES. And I'm not saying that's a wrong strategy because people use it all the time and make money. It just so happens for me, like, I don't kind of cross reference because I get too biased on that. I'm a price action trader at the end of the day, right? So let's go to the 5-minute chart. So this is the current 5-minute chart. So if I'm a short-term bull, like, these lows need to hold, basically. So like, right, like I don't want to see price close below the 186 level if I'm a short-term bull. That wouldn't be good because price could want to, you know, a heavier retest. It's interesting that this 5-minute candle doesn't have a bottom wick. Little interesting, right? On the 5-minute chart. Or sorry, top wick. It doesn't have a top wick. So that's a little interesting. Yo, D-Money, you take very few trades. Love it. Wish I could copy you. I mean, it takes patience. I'm not perfect every day, guys, right? I'm going to take losing trades as well. I just try to take the same setups over and over. $15-minute chart. Yeah, I know. That's the chart that I had open. This is the 15-minute chart. So I'm trying to show you guys the bottom. Yeah, this is the 15-minute chart. So, I mean, at 195 level needs to hold. You don't have a wick either on the 15-minute chart on the top of it, right? If you guys noticed that, there's no top wick. So price hasn't pushed up at all. I basically just pushed straight down at the open of the candle. This is the 5-minute chart. It needs to hold 185. So I'm just kind of watching to see. We got about a minute left on this 5-minute chart. This is 4 accounts right now that I'm trading on. 4. AD, please elaborate what you're looking for when you're checking the wick on the candlestick. Yeah, so just kind of give me a second. I'm trying to watch this price action. So kind of missed that little entry there for a quick 10 points back to the upside. But I want to... We got about 25 seconds left on this candle. Short it. Yeah. I mean, listen, anything's possible, guys. Somebody says they have a limit waiting at 194. Yeah, you might not get it though all the way down, right? You might. We'll see. I mean, you were pretty close. I mean, it tapped like what, 194? That's pretty close. It's not always going to be perfect. Higher high was put in, so it basically, all right, so now you're either going to get a rapid expansion up or we're going to get a pretty, you know, so I'm kind of watching that because we're able to basically fill that top wick. That no wick candle on the 5-minute chart basically got filled, right? It actually pushed up higher, so we're either going to see a pretty hard push up here or you're going to get a tank probably to that 189 level. And price is kind of just hanging out right here, so we'll see. But it is kind of interesting that it kind of put in a higher high above that previous 5-minute candle's top wick. So like I said, this is either going to be a push up pretty heavy or we're probably going to get a nice little sell-off. Typically when I see that, that's what happens. So we'll see which way they play it. And we didn't get an EMA touch on the retest down so far. So I'm just watching the price action. All right, I'm gonna take a buy, guys. My stop is gonna be 201, so about 8-point stop. Just trying to see if we can pop through this level because we held it. Now, if they jerk it back and it closes below 201, and by the way, I took a lower position size. I'm only trading one contract, so I mean that'll be like $140 or something that I'll lose on this trade. I'm not worried about it, right? So I'll still be way green on the day. 201 is the validation point, so if it closes below 201, then I'm going to be out of the trade. And I'm kind of measuring it based off, yeah, and that might, to be honest, and it's not looking great right now, just being honest, it's not looking great because I wanted it to go like now. It already pretty much put in a higher high compared to the previous 5-minute candle, but it couldn't, but I want to see it move like now away from this level and put in a high above 211. And I'm only looking for maybe 10 points. Small stop loss. I'll be out of this trade if we break 20, basically 202. I'll basically be out of this trade. So literally a 7-point stop, and it's only one contract per account. So I'll still be green on the day if it doesn't play out. That's fine. Yeah, the volume is almost at max, guys. I can see it. So No, I'm not using hotkeys. All right, there you go, right? There's an expansion to the upside. I'm trying to see if I can get a pop here pretty quick, but like I said, if it closes out below 202, I want to be out. I want to see price move now. If it starts to consolidate here, that's not good either, right? Because I'm trying to ride the momentum. So we'll see what happens. And like I said, this is only one contract per account. 202 price will be invalid for me because I don't want to see it I want to see it build out like putting in higher prices, right? Like I don't want to see it come back down here. So I'll be out pretty quick if it taps like 202. I'm not going to hold it because there might be a deeper retest to the downside coming, even if they want to push price higher. So I'm watching that. Come on, baby. Ask yourself what would Jerome do? LOL. Jerome would probably say, I'm trying to make a little money. So 219 actually will be my take profit, guys. That'll be about 10 points. 219 I'm looking for. See if I can get 219. Come on, baby. Oh, there you go. Nice little pop. All right, I'm going to take that, guys. That's right at 10 points. Let's go. That boy good. That boy good. That boy good. Yeah, 230 could be coming, but I'm not interested in 230, right? I'm happy with my take profit, guys. In this kind of market, I'm doing 10-point scalps. Let's go. That's 3 out of 3, guys. That's 3 trades, and you're trading in a market that's difficult. Let's go. And it's even higher than what my original take profit was. So, like I said, I'm just here to make a little money. That boy good. So, guys, I'm basically like I said, I'm not bearish until otherwise. Until the market shows me otherwise, right? All I'm doing is playing the retest. Exactly. See here, 999. I'm just trying to make a little money. All right, so let's kind of go over that trade and look at it. It's still expanding, guys. Even if maybe you drop a W in the chat, guys, if you took that buy. Drop a W in the chat. Let's go. It just hit 230. So, you sold at 214. I don't know why'd you sell at 2. Well, I mean, I can't help you on that. So, all right, guys. So let's take a look at. I'll try to recap these trades and why I took the trade. So. All right, look at the 15-minute chart. It's doing the exact same pattern that it did on the other buy that I took, right? So basically, Looking for price to push down, form some kind of bottom wick, and then expand higher. Price is holding the 14 and 50 EMA. So just trying to make a little money. Kelly, $731 I made in the past hour with D-Money. Let's go. That boy good. Guys, listen, if you guys have tuned into the stream, I know you guys, I think you guys can kind of sense that I'm a humble guy. But we just here trying to make a little money. That's 3 trades, guys. All 3 trades were buys. I didn't take a single sell in this session, and they were all winning trades. How do I determine when to enter? I'm looking at the price action I just kind of pointed out on the chart, right? So, all right. So if I'm on the 5-minute chart, price all day, right? All day, going all the way back, has been respecting the 14 and the 50 EMA. So all I'm doing is waiting for price to retest the 14 and 50 EMA, and I'm taking buys. If I'm looking at the 15-minute chart, I'm looking for price to form a bottom wick and then expand higher. So this, right? You just had a new 15-minute candle that just opened now. But remember, if you remember at the open of the previous 15-minute candle, I said I want price to come down and do a retest, form a bottom wick, and then I'm going to look to join the party. So to the upside. Queen Buff 4818 up 1,700 today, requesting payout for $4,000. Let's go. No, I actually entered on the retest. So if you go down to the 5-minute chart, you can kind of see those on the bottom wicks, right? So my stop is going to be measured. So I'm always trying to get the smallest stop possible. And when I saw price kind of dip down, remember I said price on a 5-minute chart, I said price didn't have a top wick on this candle that the little pointy hand is on, right? There was no top wick. When I saw price basically bouncing above that area, I said we're either going to get a pretty good expansion to the upside because it was able to put in a higher high, and that's what happened. So not always going to work, but Crazy Diamond NQ. I was negative 500 today. Now I'm up 200. Let's go. That's a $700 swing. The blue line is actually the 50 EMA. The red line is the 14 EMA. So what time frame works better? I actually use I use the 1 hour to 4 hour, and I typically enter on the 5-minute chart. But I like how the 15-minute chart today basically forming those bottom wicks and was getting in, right? I took multiple trades on the bottom wicks on the 15-minute chart, basically expecting price to push down, form a bottom wick, and then expand higher. So, I mean, guys, that's like almost $4,000 in this session. So let's go. Predictions for FOMC tomorrow. I don't have a prediction, guys. I'm a price action trader either way, right? So do I think they're going to cut rates? Yeah, probably 0.25 to be honest. Check out non-EMA in 5 minutes. Perfect. Yeah, bounces all day. Yeah, I don't trade the non-EMA though. Nothing against it, but I mean, I stick to how I trade, right? So I'm pretty sure all the EMAs played today. I mean, I don't have the 9 on my chart. I know PW uses the 9 and 21, so he's taking a ton of payouts, right? So clearly, you know, he knows how to use those the 9 and 21 EMA. B133, I've been holding for 80 points. You think I should keep holding? I'm not a financial advisor, guys, right? So I'm not here to tell you when to open or close a trade. I'm basically just kind of going through price action, what I see in the market, and why I'm taking a trade. So that's totally up to you. Kelly, I think the rate cut is already baked in. Get ready to sell the news after the dust settles. Wouldn't you want to sell from a high as possible if you're moving markets? Yeah. You always got to think about like where can the market trap the most amount of people, right? You always got to kind of think like that. But the beauty of being a price action trader, you just trade what's in front of you, right? Not what you think. So, but a lot of times, like, yeah, the news, it's already baked into the market. So I typically trade 1 to 2 contracts. So that last trade was actually 1 contract per account because we had no wick on the top candle. So like I said, it was either going to have a pretty good expansion to the upside or we're going to get a deeper retest I felt to the 14 EMA. So, and that was only like an 8-point stop. You guys saw that. It was like an 8-point stop on the trade. So let's go. Rasmus Ras, yeah, I showed that on the screen. So these are the trades, these are the accounts. So that's $3,745. Are you going for another buy? I mean, I'm not sure. I'm just kind of watching the price action because now that we've had that higher high put in. So if you look at this current 15-minute candle, we're retesting, right? Meaning that it's bearish. Like how far is that going to come down? You also have to keep in mind as we get closer to the close of the current 1-hour candle, what you also have to keep in mind is you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You got 8 15-minute candles at this point. So I don't want to get greedy, guys, right? I've already taken 3 trades, 3 buys. So I'm going to be a little cautious and see what price action tells me, right? But I mean, I know some people love to see a ton of trades put on, but 3 trades in a power hour session in this kind of market, or 3 trades in this afternoon session, including power hour, is not too shabby, right? Frosty Ducks, D-Money, the man, the myth, the legend. Let's go. Just trying to make a little money. Feels like a big dump coming. Guys, I mean, I think you could be right. But the question is when? That's the key to the question, right? When? When does the t-shirts come out? I'm not sure. Soon. They're working on it, right, Ginger? Yeah, so they're working on that, guys. Soon. Right. Rasmus, I just showed the charts. That's $3,700. That's $3,700 in this session. Where do I recommend you learn price action? I mean, to be honest, looking at studying, is trading, charting, chart time. When would I be interested in a short? Well, I mean, I don't really see anything right now that, guys, I'm not short biased at all right now. I mean, for me to be short or want to be short, even if, all right, so, and I'll tell you why. So if you look at this current 5-minute chart, you got this gray box down here. This is the consolidation range that we pretty much bounced out of to the upside. So even if we break below the way that I trade, I wouldn't even look for sales unless we're below the 50 EMA on the 5-minute chart, because that for me tells me that we're short-term bearish. However, even if we dip below the 50 EMA on the 5-minute chart, we're right back in that consolidation range. So that's not encouraging either. So I would probably, you know, I'm not short biased right now. Short term, right? So tomorrow, that could be a totally different story. You know, we can wake up tomorrow and the market's down 500 points. I mean, right? So anything's possible. Every day's different. Victor, I really appreciate your knowledge. I've learned a lot from you. Hey, I appreciate that, man. Just trying to see, I'm just trying to share how I read the charts, guys, and how I trade. That's all, right? So just trying to make a little money. Tyler Long, BAG, I passed my first ever evaluation. Hey, congrats. Now the party starts, right? Because now it's real once you get that funded account. Nemo Rose, what does the gray box mean? I just highlighted basically the consolidation that was kind of happening, like sideways, like price action. Price was kind of stuck in this range and then it broke out to the upside. That was a trap up there for it to go down. Yeah. I mean, you're only looking at a retest right now until otherwise, right? I mean, yeah, that's a 40-point drop on this candle, but the beauty of being a price action trader is that you want to capitalize on the move and get out. So I'm not worried, right? I mean, even let it drop. I mean, that's fine. I've already taken 3 trades. Got to be content sometimes. Exactly. If you try to chase every move, you will lose your money. Well said. I agree. That's why I'm content, chat, right? If I'm telling you guys that, hey, I'm getting in a trade and I'm holding for 10 points and it goes up 20 points, I'm not upset about it. Especially if I'm copy trading, right? Because I'm trading across multiple accounts. So D-Money, is this your normal session before joining BDH? And are you going to come out with the course like PW? I mean, me and PW have kind of discussed a little bit, possibly coming out with a course in the future. So just kind of stay tuned. And typically I trade the US session. I've dabbled a little bit in the afternoon session. So before obviously the D-Money show in the afternoon. So yeah. Just trading price action though, right? I mean, I'm basically just trading what I see in the market based off price. Pretty much trade, Monday through Friday. Some trades, so if there's not ideal market conditions, then maybe those trades are for smaller take profits, if that makes any sense. I'm not sure. It wouldn't surprise me. I mean, that question's kind of came up. So are you going to have an Asia session and London session traders on PW's network? I'm not sure. I mean, that's, you know, I know PW wants to, it's the BDH takeover, right? So I wouldn't be surprised if that happens. So I would just say stay tuned. I mean, he'll definitely mention that bring it up if that's what he wants. DMONEY is the live strategy video. Join daily. Yeah, so guys, I don't have a video. There's no video out now. I mean, I know we're going to be working on some content next week. But I mean, I'm streaming live every day, guys. Monday through Friday, 1:30 to 4. Let's go. Just trying to make a little money. Does my strategy work in Asian or London session? I'm sure it does, but I mean, the problem with Asian session is that if you're trading it and it's consolidating, then it might not work that great, right? Because I'm trading momentum. I'm trading price based off of, okay, higher highs are being put in and then it's coming down maybe to do a retest and I want to join to get long, as an example. So if you're trading consolidation and the price is kind of stuck in a 20, 30, you know, maybe 20, 30 point range, that's not great. So I would say that most price action traders prefer trading when price has a lot of volatility. And you get the most volatility in the US session and obviously in the afternoon during power hour as an example. So just kind of keep that in mind. And, you know, London session as well. So DMONEY, tell them to get them likes up. You got 2,000 people watching and 1,100 likes. Let's go. Yeah, guys, if do me a solid, if you haven't hit the like button, please do. So we got 2,039 people watching right now. I took 3 trades in a difficult market. They were all winning trades. So if you don't mind, hit the like button, guys. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please do. Let's go. Saw a lot of W's in the chat, guys, earlier, right? Off those trades. So NQ Soccer Mom, go back and watch next on your charts to learn and study. Yeah, guys, like, so I'm going to be honest. It took me a long time to kind of simplify, because pretty much like if I had a losing day, what I would do is I would basically try to look for the next strategy, right? Oh, this person's doing this, so let me try this. Oh, well, that didn't work, so tomorrow I'm going to try this, right? They're making money with it. And you have to kind of own your strategy and kind of fine tune it a little bit. And what worked for me is basically leveraging the higher time frame. So looking at what the higher time frame is doing, right? So if the higher time frame is bullish, so if like right now, this is not a great 1 hour candle. I mean, you know, that's not looking great, right? So if I'm bullish right now, I'm not, and I use the higher time frame, I'm not feeling great because this isn't a great 1 hour candle. Now, obviously I took some trades off of the pump to the upside, right? So I'm not concerned, but we got to be cautious. So you got about 10 minutes and 40 seconds left on this current 1 hour candle. Looking a little weak right now, in all honesty. And we've had 1, 2, 3, 4. We've had 4 candles, 4 green 1 hour candles. Look at the 30-minute chart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We've had 9 green in a row 30-minute candles, right? So this pullback could just be a healthy retest to the downside to continue to push higher. So the higher you get away from, the more candles you have, I guess, that are one color in a row, like 9 candles on a 30-minute chart. That's a lot of candles, guys. Doesn't mean that we can't push another 9 candles, but maybe a bigger retest is needed for price to push higher. So I'm content with right with those trades, those 3 trades. That rectangular box is just kind of showing that little nasty consolidation phase that we were in. You can see it better here, right? So this is just kind of showing since basically last night, we were kind of stuck in this range, right? And that range points wise was actually roughly like a 80-point range. So we were stuck in an 80-point range, and then we finally broke out of it and pushed higher. So it just makes it a little easier to see on the chart. That's all. If it drops 500 points, you getting a kiss, my brother? Yeah, I mean, I'm not shorting it though, right? So I'm content for today, guys. I mean, that's... How did I miss this charting queen? I don't trade. I'm not trading for a drop. I'm fine. I took 3 trades, right? So I'm content. So 15-minute chart, and what I mean by that, guys, like we're back at the 14 EMA, right? On the 15-minute chart. This is the 15-minute chart. So if you took a sell for whatever reason, you know, that's fine, right? But my bias based off of short-term price action was was to take buys, and that's what I did, right? And that's why we're getting this reaction right off the 14 EMA. Like this reaction back up is already 20 points, right? Back to the upside. So not saying we can't fall to the floor, but I'm content with what I picked up. So Charting Queen, you traded this morning? You traded, you traded the US session also, or just this afternoon? Nice. Yeah, I agree. 15-minute chart was pretty clean today, yeah. And that's the thing, guys, right? I mean, it's... You can, you know, there's trades either, you know, you can... The funny thing with trading is that it's what you see, right? Not what necessarily the next person sees. So everybody sees things a little different. So, like, I see a nice retest off the 14 EMA right now on the 15-minute chart for 20-point scalp, right? I mean, it's just because it's been playing all day until otherwise. So you just got to pick your spots and know what you're looking for, right? And then having a stop loss in place if the trade gets invalidated. Oh, man. Yeah, this is profit taken at the all-time high. Could be. G Bandit 23 payout tomorrow. Hey, congrats. I did short that. I did short it, enforced it 2 times, negative 800, and finally closed the bottom for 350. Yeah, like I'm just, you know, guys, like there's different ways to make profit, right? So whatever your strategy is, I mean, like I said, you guys know that by now. I'm not here to knock anybody's strategy or say like my strategy is the best strategy out there. You know, I'm just gonna trade how I trade though, right? That's all. Am I gonna miss some moves? Absolutely. Right? Am I gonna capitalize on the entire move? Most of the time, probably not, because I'm not looking to take the whole move. That's just how I trade. So yeah, I'm not touching the buy now either, right? Because so you gotta be aware of your time, like the 1 hour chart. Like So in hindsight, yeah, the 1 hour chart right now, we're like, oh yeah, it's super bearish, right? But you know, and it could very well be a deep retest. But 3 trades, guys, took 3 buys, up almost 4,000 in this session. I'll take it. Do you take shorts? Yeah, I take shorts when I see prices like, so for me, I'm not looking the way that I trade, guys, and I kind of mentioned that earlier. I need to see price below the 50 EMA with conviction, right? With conviction, like strong momentum candle to the downside, EMA cross probably to help with confluence, and then I short, right? But we already I mean, we got 5 minutes left in this candle, so I have no desire to kind of chase what price is doing, right? I'm content. All right, guys, so if you guys have not, hit the like button. We got 1,900 people tuned in. Let's go. Hit the like button, guys. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. And I appreciate the support as always. So, D, do you always pick a bias to be short or long? You don't ever trade both ways? Yeah, I don't go. I'm not great, guys, at trading both, like both directions. Like, oh, this is a, you know. So I try to stick to, and especially if price, I know in the back of my mind that price pretty much broke out of a consolidation range to the upside. So that for me kind of helps me with my directional bias, I guess, short term. So that's why I was looking for buys. It played out. It worked, right? 3 times, 3 trades. I'll take it. A higher high was put in before this drop as well, right? A higher high was put in before this drop. So I'm also aware of that. So yeah, you can place trades on TradingView using Trade-Evade. However, you can't trade copy, right? So just kind of keep that in mind. Great job, D-Money. Keep up the great work. Hey, I appreciate that. Thanks for the kind words. I was down negative 800, now only negative 260. Thanks, D-Money. Not my best day, but minimize the damage. Have a good one. Hey, you too. You can copy, but probably not through, it's not through Trade-Evade. That's probably going to be a third party copier. I only use Trade-Evade, so there's been issues with some of these other trade copiers. So I don't, you know, I don't use any of them. I just trade copy off Trade-Evade. Thanks, Sharding Queen. I appreciate that. Thanks for the kind words. Just trying to make a little money. Thanks, D-Money. Your most excellent commentary keeps me out of bad trades. Hey, I'm glad it's able to kind of help. But like I always say, guys, I'm not here to take credit for your trades. I'm basically just kind of breaking down how I see the market, why I'm taking the trade, why I'm putting my stop loss where it is, that kind of stuff. So Guerrero KG, I used Trade-Evade. What happened to Jerome? Jerome, last time I heard, he was locked up. He tried to get bailed out by PW. So this is what I'm saying though, guys, right? If you notice, all right, look at this reaction right now on the 5-minute chart. Right, so it'll be interesting to see like what happens on his next candle. And that's, I mean, we're at the close of, you know, 1 hour candle didn't show some weakness, right? It has a higher low, so that's indecision. Might close a little actually stronger now, right, to the downside, because it's close. It's kind of, you got about 20 seconds left. Long wick at the top. That's not great if you're bullish short term. So maybe this is pullback time. Your sound flows like an airplane captain. We should call you captain. All right, so there's a deeper pullback, right? So is price gonna break this 50 EMA, which is 152.25 on a 5-minute chart. So if it can't hold, it's been holding, right? Since basically 11:50 this morning, it's been holding the EMAs, right? Both of them. So that would be pretty significant. Definitely wouldn't want to be looking for buys right now. Maybe mini pulling out before Powell. Yeah, maybe. Ownery of Wall Street. Thank you, D-Money. Great work. Let's go. Hey, I appreciate that. Lil Melty, I'm glad I haven't traded this week. Well, I mean, if you're not, you know, if you don't like what you see, you don't have to take a trade. Nothing wrong with that. Didn't trade today, but cool seeing different styles. Yeah. And like I said, guys, and you guys will kind of see that the more you tune into these streams. Like I'm not here to knock anybody's style or say that, oh, well, that's not going to work, right? There's different ways to make money. So if you're making money with your strategy, there's nothing wrong with it. See y'all for agent session. Yeah, I'm not sure who you're going to be seeing because D-Money won't be here. But I'll be watching during that time. The World Series game is on again tonight, 7 o'clock. So that's my plan for the night, guys. Yeah, I traded this morning, and then obviously this stream. So yeah, I'm hoping the Dodgers can win, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie. I like Ohtani, so he's pitching tonight. So yeah, Sleepy Mocha. Oh man, like crazy. That game last night, I had to turn it off. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I turned off the game. It's like 18 innings. I turned it off. So hopefully tonight, you know, it'll be a regular 9-inning game. All right, guys. So I'm gonna call it here, right? So I appreciate the support. I'm super grateful for you guys tuning into the chat, tuning into the stream. I'm humbled as always. I appreciate you guys. I trade 1 to 2 contracts per trade. So I just saw that question pop up. So yeah, guys, pretty good stream today, I feel. So took 3 trades, 3 winning trades, all buys. Let's go. Made a little money. All right, so I'll be back tomorrow, guys, and I'll be back tomorrow. I will be in the afternoon, so I won't be streaming in the morning. I'll be in the afternoon, so 1:30 p.m. Let's go. Appreciate you guys. Hopefully you know, you kind of enjoy seeing how I place trades, my thought process, that kind of stuff. I don't take the love for granted, so I'm gonna call it at that. So catch you guys on the next stream.